Welcome to NTR Degree College, Mahbub Nagar. Name of the lecturer M. Jagadishwari. Subject English. Semester 3. Welcome to our class once again. Students, all the students are ready for listening? Yes, so you should have to listen to our English class so that you will be having or you will be getting some sort of the new words or new vocabulary things that are going to be learned in today's session. Okay? Then children, you want to know, you will be having very interest in learning the English words and what is its meaning. You have to be able to say few words or few phrases to speak so that you will be very clear to be spoken with others or communicating with the interaction with the people, those who are surrounding nearby you. So these communicating ideas and where you are going to share your feelings, emotions. At that time, you want to have your communication which may be taken by you in having the granting of the English words that are being learned by you in a new challenge way or any other way. So in a group or in a session, you can have to be able to speak in between a few people the words of language. So this learning of the English language makes you to be very convenient, and also you'll be getting a name and a fame that this person so and so has been learning or he is giving his views in the language of new thing, that is English. So for example, I'll say ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడుతున్నాడంటే వానికి ఎంతో తెలుసు అనేటటువంటి వర్డ్స్ అనేది మన వెనకాల చెప్పగలుగుతుంటారు. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద థింగ్ యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ టు బీ గివెన్ బై ద ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ అండ్ ద లెర్నింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద రిచ్ vocabulary in this class. So that is why we are able to have your class in these vocabulary forms to be learning of new words in such a way that this enriches you in these synonyms and antonyms. So these synonyms and antonyms make you the rich source of the English language in our learning. So this is the language learning class where you are going to have your things that can be very knowing, or you can have the usage of the language that can be seen from the working of this vocabulary, that you may know even the similar meanings and the opposite meanings that enriches you the required meanings and the opposite words that are being taken in the class of the following day. So these are the things that you may share with the having of the perfectness in learning or in sharing of your views with the group, or even you are communicating with the others in the reach of knowing the language of these persons. So we all know, certainly you can say that we all know, but you can't speak correctly. So then what is that thing? If you may speak clearly, that may takes you that also it has been gone wrong. So what is the next idea? Then how can we correct these? So that should not be there in your minds, but either you can speak or you can change or you can have your views, either it is correct or wrong, that can be taken rich into the vocabulary of the learning of the new words that makes you or that enriches you in the language there. So that is the thing for which you are going to learn with the different meanings of the following. Those can be taken in the word order as the synonyms and antonyms there. So for this, the exact meaning of the synonym has been given for us is, so we all know about English language, yes, you all know, but even though also we are committing some making of some of the small changes in the mistakes while we are writing and speaking there. So these are the things certainly you can foresee that language abounds in synonyms and antonyms. So for this you can focus on the synonyms that has or the words that has the phrase which has the exactly the same meaning or similar meaning as another word or another phrase in the same language. So also you wondered why there would be two or more words in the same meaning. For example, you may take, is there a difference between buy and purchase? You see the two words. You make them buy and purchase. So same thing. The meaning which gives for these two words, is there any difference? Buy and purchase. So what do you understand by the term of the word buy? Means you are going to have to purchase. So compare of these two words, buy and purchase is there. So you can see what will be the meaning of this buy and purchase. So you can come to the similar meaning. So what is this buy and purchase? So you can have the more than two words in the meaning. For example, you can also find out, is there any difference between these buy and purchase? You can see and you can give a number of meanings which is very similar to the vocabulary of this buy, purchase, need and require. One more has been given here is need and require. So what is this? You can have the understanding of this need and require. Need is there and require. You have the need, so that you should have to get it. Then how you are going to get it? That is the required thing you should have to get. Similarly, you can see with the two more examples. What are those? Gift and present. So here you can see the word of this gift and present. So what is this gift and present? You can understand with that meaning of the gift and present also. Then understand and comprehend. So these also understand and comprehend. You see of all these words, understand and comprehend. So you compare these four words, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you compare these four words, how are they and what is the thing of it? What is the underlying meaning of the concept behind of these four words? So one is given as buy and purchase. Same thing, same meaning of two or more words which you can understand in that way. Need and require. Then what is the required thing? You should have to see its need and its similar meanings very near to this need and require. And similarly you compare the two words with gift and present. Gift is there. Then how many meanings you can write to that gift? Or it is also be called as this present also. That is present, present. For these examples also, for this buy, you can quote with the phrase of one sentence. Buy you can give one example. I buy bicycle. I buy phone. So for that simple things, you can make it into use of 2 or 3 words that makes you in the phrasing of the sentence. Then purchase, you purchase many goods, you purchase many items. You take and you can use that word in your own sentences also. So this buy, purchase, need, you are in need. So which kind of need, and you should have to see what is the type of the need that is being taken by you in the examples that are being given for you. Then require also. When you woke up early in the morning itself, you require, ma, a glass of milk. I am required. So I required my tiffin so that I can go to my school. So you come with some small simpler examples so that you can use of these words in your daily activities, so that you can understand the words of the meanings of these vocabulary in the sentences of usage. Then similarly you come to the third word of this gift and present. So gifts, many gifts on your occasions also you will be getting. Then presents also will be giving. So this is the present I got. This is the thing I got from them. So this is the present we are going to present to the chancellors of higher authorities also. So in this way you can use of these terms understand and comprehend. So understand also is there, then you can comprehend. Within that comprehend, you can use of the words where you are having the usage of the synonyms with the having of same meaning or similar meaning with the words make use in the rich vocabulary of the English language. Then understand and comprehend so on. To understand why there are so many synonyms in the language, we should have to look some sentences which are being given from the history of these sources. The sources of English vocabulary, a majority of English words come into sources. From the two languages, the majority of the English words are being arised from those two words. And what are they? Germanic languages, Romance, that is Latin based languages there. So English is a Germanic language but has a large number of words from Latin and French languages. According to some estimates, 29% of the English words have Latin origin and 29% of the words of all other languages are 10%. Then what this means is that sometimes original native or word as well as new foreign word both remain in use at the same time. For example, answer Germanic. In this answer, the Germanic way is the response and Latinate is ask. In the Germanic, enquire, and the Latin is begin. Germanic comments, Latinate there. Big and Germanic, large and Latinate. Similarly, these words help in Anglo-Saxon in origin and Old French origin. Weep is the Anglo-Saxon word that makes cry in the French language. Forgive is the Anglo-Saxon word and pardon is French word. So these are the some words which you can have. The languages of the words, they are in different origin. So what are they and what is the response from these Germanic words and Latinate words that you can see. And also some of the words that are being taken from Anglo-Saxon words. Those Anglo-Saxon words are also being given to the French language that may be taken into these. Forgive is the Anglo-Saxon word and pardon is French word. So the history of England, French and Latin words are entered in the English language because English speaking Anglo-Saxons are invaded and ruled by French speaking. So these Anglo-Normans were a few hundred years. Similarly, Britain colonized and conducted business to establish their growth there. So for 100 years, similarly, as Britain colonized, conducted business with the other parts of the world, it adopted many words from the languages of countries of regions. For instance, English words such as Bangla. So these are the some English words that are being given as Bangla, cot, dacoit, jungle, shampoo. All have Hindi or Urdu in origin. So you can see these are the words which are being taken from these Hindi or Urdu origin. So these are the words which are being seen from the Hindi or origin words. And what are those you can have to see there. And those words you can understand from these language there. So what are they you can see is the words, English words such as Bangla, B-U-N, Bangla one word, cot one word, dacoit, then jungle, then shampoo, have these are words which are being taken from this Hindi, India, Urdu in origin. So you can understand these are the words which are being taken from this Hindi or Urdu language. So you can identify, before that we have studied with the English words that are being taken from the German, Latin and Anglo-Saxon period also. So why this has been originated in these language? Because of these British expansion to the India, to invasion of their business and trade there. So this sources of learning is the prehistory of learning of these synonyms and antonyms. Before you should have to know. Although it is common to say that synonyms and phrases have the same meaning, we should have to appreciate the words with the meaning, and therefore one can be blindly substituted by another. Each word has a slightly different weight, and therefore it should be appropriated to the context there. Heavy word in a light context will make it meaningless. So these are the words that you should have to take into the consideration of the synonyms which are being taken into our syllabus that has been given with the prehistory period. For example, a word like beautiful. So you take a word like beautiful. Then what is the meaning of this beautiful? Yes, you can know the term of beautiful. You can understand what is beautiful and how it has 20 meanings. So how many meanings are there? How can you use the word beautiful in many ways? And these are the phrases which are being added to these synonyms there. So for example, just take a word, only one word, that is beautiful, that has more than, this beautiful is the word that has more than 20 synonyms, but that can all the words cannot substitute to each other. Beautiful is generally used for women. So beautiful is generally used for women. So you can understand, I think, beautiful creations, beautiful lady, and you can also say with the flowers describing many examples. So that is why they have been given for us as 20 synonyms are being given for the beautiful word there. But they cannot be used as substitutes for each other. That beautiful is generally used for women. Handsome for men, or handsome for men, or good looking can be used for both. So good looking can be used for both the men and women, but handsome is the word that can be used for only men. Pretty is a little less than beautiful. So for this pretty, you can also use a little less for this word that is beautiful, and it is often used for children and young girls. So this beautiful is also used, often used means mostly you can see in the cases of these small children and young girls. So this is the term which can be used in this good looking for both, and you can use even for these young girls charming. Charming is the word that has more to do with manners and good looks. So charming is the word that can be used with the manners, with looks, and gorgeous and gorgeous is a rather hyperbolic term, and it is used in the right context that becomes meaningless and so on. So gorgeous is a word that is the hyperbolic word, and you can also, unless whether it is used in the right context or that may becomes in the meaningless when it is used so on. So this is the history of the synonyms which had been given with the irrespective of the languages that can be taken from French, German and Anglo-Saxon period also. So these are the terms you can understand with the giving of the similar meaning or very near to approximate of the meaning. You can understand the word of the synonyms with the following doing of the best examples that are being given in the exercises. And what are the exercises that you can have? You can fill the exercises that can be given in the word with the following given example. For first one, that is, she looked dash in the fancy dresses. She looked dash in the fancy dresses. So the options given in those are pretty and delightful. So you can use the word there. She looked dash in the fancy dress. You can use the term there, pretty. So that word pretty fills the appropriate word to complete the following sentence. She looked pretty in the fancy dress. So similarly, you can take one or two examples. The china cups were brightly colored and dash. The china cups were brightly colored and dash. So in the blanks that has been given as dainty, bony. And what is the word that has been given as? They are dainty. Dainty means they are very brightly colored and attractive, you can say. Third one, disappointment was right large on his dash face. So what is the third one? Disappointment was writ means that shows on his face, dash face. His means he is naturally to the male person. You can use as the word as the words that are being given, beautiful and handsome, and you can use the word handsome there. So disappointments was writ large on his handsome face. The fourth one, the celebrations were followed by a dash fireworks. The celebrations were followed by dash fireworks display. The options that are being given here as spectacular and delectable there. So you can give that the completion of the blank is spectacular there. The celebrations were followed by the spectacular fireworks of the play there. Then the sunrise in Kanyakumari, beguiling and gorgeous. So what is the answer there? The sunrise in Kanyakumari is gorgeous. So it is very bright, and the sun rises in the first place, that itself you can say that is Kanyakumari. Then the peacock is a very showy bird. The peacock is a very showy bird with dash plumage. So the peacock is a very showy bird that with dash plumage, so that you can see resplendent and calmly. So what is the word that has been given? Resplendent. So this calmly also you can't use here the word. The peacock is very showy bird with resplendent plumage there. Each feather of the peacock is tipped with an dash eye spot. Iridescent and alluring is given here, two blanks. Each feather of the peacock is dipped with an dash eye spot, that is iridescent and alluring. So eye spot, each feather of the peacock. So you can find out the tip of the feather, how it is iridescent. You can see the word that is tipped, means it is very sharply in a way of design that is made with the decent and iridescent. You can observe the tip of the feather of the peacock there. So how it will look it. Then the handmade chocolates were dash. The handmade chocolates were dash given. Delectable thing. Then the village by the sea offers dash shops and restaurants. The village by the sea offers dash shops and restaurants, and the words you can use as alluring and admirable. So you can give the village by the sea offers near by the seashore. You can see admirable shops and restaurants there. Then Benares presents dash maze of narrow streets. Benares presents, so you can see the place of Benares how it is. You can say and you can take that image of narrow streets, that is picturesque. So how to see how that Benares of the streets can be looked with the following of narrow streets there. That can be given as the identifying of the synonym, that is picturesque there. So this picturesque opens how the Benares streets are being shown in the narrow streets there. Then the design of the hand woven shawl was, the design of the hand woven shawl was dash. So how will be the design on the hand woven shawl was being given with the following blank, that is exquisite, exquisite. So it will be very made with the handmade, that will be shown with a great surprise, that you can see as the design on the handmade woven of the shawl is being taken and the given as the word exquisite. So like these words are being filled in one after the other in the complete showing of the appropriate synonym, where the blanks are being given for the exercises there. So similarly you can have this exercise in the taking of a few more examples, in the having of the representing of these synonyms in the italicized words there. So that can be seen here now. The dog is faithful animal. So for that faithful you can use the word loyal. You can take the word dog is a faithful animal. Then for that faithful you can use the synonym as loyal. Loyal there. Second word, the man was old and looked frail. So the man was old and looked frail. Frail, F-R-A-I-L, frail. For that frail you can use the word of the synonym as weak, W-E-A-K. Then for the third one, being courteous costs you nothing. Courteous, being courteous costs you nothing. So there you can, for that courteous you can use the word as polite there. The huge mansion looked empty. The huge mansion. So how is the person and how is the place that has been given there? The huge mansion looked empty is, you can use for that empty, vacant is there. Then the police ensured that the street was safe. The police ensured that the street was safe. For that safe you can use the synonym of the word is secure. He was bothered. He was bothered by loud music. So bothered, for that synonym you can use as annoyed. The juggler's tricks were confusing. The juggler's tricks were confusing, that is, you can use for that a word given as baffling. Confused in the sense not here and there, not in an order. So that you can take with the example of baffling there. And for that synonym, for that confusing, you can use as the word baffling there. Then the city was hit by a terrible storm. The city was hit by a terrible storm. For this terrible, you can use as awful. Means you can't judge the predict of getting of a storm, hit of a storm there. A huge crowd was gathered on the momentous occasion. Huge crowd had gathered on the momentous occasion. That is, momentous is nothing but it is a historic occasion where you can take as the crowd. Here they have been taken and gathered in a occasion. So this is not an exhaustive list of synonyms. So this is not an list of synonyms you can give. For that is, this is not the complete words, not the list of the synonyms that has to be taken here in these words which are being replaced with the similar meanings of the synonyms in the vocabulary that has been given to the appropriate synonym of the words in italics there. Then in each of the following sentences you can identify that has a similar meaning there. So for example, you can see the unhappy ending of the story made us all sad. So unhappy ending is there. Unhappy ending of the story made us all sad. Unhappy in the sense you can compare the word with the sadness. Okay. Unhappy, sad. Similar meaning which is relevant to the synonyms there. If I do my normal work, I will get my regular salary. If I do my normal work, here the word you compare with only the normal. I will get my regular salary. Normal is there and I will get my regular salary is the word there. Then second one, if you throw the ball to the dog, it will toss it back to you. So you justly see, you throw the ball to the dog, naturally it will again toss it back to you. Throw and toss it. Throw is there and similarly you will get in the form of the toss. You will find your way if you stay on the right path. You will find your way. Way is compared W-A-Y and this stay you on the right path. So P-A-T-H is the right path. When you are going to find on your way, whether it is finding there. Then the stuntman leaped into the air. The stuntman, so what is the work of stuntman? He leaps. So that is the work. The stuntman leaped into the air and jumped over the fire. So he leaped in the sense jumping is there. So the duty of the stuntman you can understand with the two words leaped and jumped. If you listen carefully, you can hear the bird's song. If you listen carefully, you can hear the birds singing or the song which has been sung by the bird. The gloomy day was marked by dark clouds. The gloomy day. Gloomy means you can see under temperature or atmosphere when it is not in a dark way. So not in the afternoon way, in the evening way, or that makes you the climate in the atmospheric conditions that takes you. So the gloomy day was marked by dark clouds. Then his hourly wages are much higher than my monthly salaries. So his hourly wages is hourly means